One of the weirdest experiences I've had is going on a mission trip and getting a rare deadly bacteria that I had for 5 years unknowingly. I was 15 years old and we went on a mission trip to Ecuador with my family and a couple other people, and we've traveled a lot. You know, my family's from Greece, my parents have done a lot of mission trip, my dad grew up on the missions field, so we know about all the health and safety things you need to do when you're in a different country. We were in some rural areas, so we were using bottled water all week, you know, using it to brush our teeth, being very cautious about what we ate and drank, and we also had a guide who was telling us what to eat and what not to eat. Unfortunately, at one of the places we were staying, we were served coffee with milk, and we drank it, not realizing that it was unpasteurized. In all fairness, though, it was one of the best cups of coffee I've had in my entire life. Pretty soon after that, I started feeling really sick. I was passing out, I was lightheaded and dizzy all the time, I started having stomach problems, but after we got home from the trip, I went to the doctors and they said I was fine. It was probably just a stomach bug and it would go away. But for the next 4 years, everyone in my family kept getting sicker and sicker. My dad had 2 heart attacks, I started having heart problems, my brother had heart problems, my mom had heart problems, I ended up having a heart procedure, and my brother had a heart monitor placed inside of his chest. It wasn't until my hematologist, who was doing my 23 iron infusions, tested my brother that he realized that we had brucellosis, which we had picked up in Ecuador over 4 years earlier. So it basically had just been slowly killing us, and that's what was causing a lot of our health problems. We were then sent to infectious disease at Vanderbilt, and they treated us with a year of 2 really strong antibiotics, a strong dose of doxycycline we had to take, I think, 4 times a day, and then 2 12-week rounds of rifampin, which is used to treat tuberculosis, fun fact. That's really what kickstarted a lot of my health issues, because obviously I've had Ehlers-Danlos syndrome my entire life, but I didn't really start having a lot of symptoms until after I had this infection, and because we had it for so long, it's just made us so sick and immunocompromised. Honestly, I have no regrets about going. I feel like I've seen God use the situation in so many ways, and I've been able to reach so many people that I wouldn't have been able to without this experience, and so have my family. My dad and my brother are both ministers. They've been able to share their testimony, and I know it's encouraged a lot of people to see how God has worked in our lives and brought so much good out of this really terrible situation. And so, yeah, I want to change it for the world.